Every country talks about becoming independent, economically, politically, or militarily. But in reality, almost every nation on Earth still depends on one thing they don't control: the US dollar. From trade and fuel payments to loans and foreign reserves, it's the invisible lifeline that quietly decides who rises and who falls. And at the center of it all stands one undeniable fact: the US dollar still controls the world. But why? Why, after so many global crises, currency wars, and talk of de-dollarization, does the dollar still rule? We all know the surface-level reasons: Bretton Woods, global trust in US markets, oil and trade priced in dollars, and treasuries considered the safest investment on Earth. But behind these obvious factors lie some hidden forces, subtle, structural, and incredibly powerful, that make the dollar almost impossible to replace. This video will discuss everything, so let's start. First, the global collateral system. US treasuries aren't just government bonds, they're the backbone of global finance. They're the clean collateral behind trillions of daily trades, loans, and derivatives. When crises hit, the world doesn't just want safety, it wants dollar safety. That creates a built-in demand loop that no other currency can replicate. Second, the legal foundation. Most global trade contracts, loans, and investment deals are written under US or New York law. That means the legal power to enforce them lies inside America's jurisdiction, making the dollar not just a currency, but a legal shield trusted worldwide. Third, the offshore dollar network, also called the Eurodollar system. Trillions of dollars circulate outside the US, giving businesses everywhere instant liquidity. Need funding in Dubai, Singapore, or London? The dollar moves faster and cheaper than any alternative, even the Chinese yuan. Fourth, the clearing and payment dominance. Major exchanges, clearinghouses, and global settlement systems are either US-based or US-linked. Even trades in euros or yen often end up hedged or settled in dollars. That's how deep the dollar's reach goes. It's wired into the core of the financial internet. Then comes something rarely discussed: habit inertia. Corporations keep accounts in dollars. Central banks hold dollar reserves. Traders hedge in dollars. It's not ideology, it's convenience built over decades. Reprogramming that behavior globally would take a generation. And in times of crisis, the dollar becomes a lifeline. The Federal Reserve's swap lines, channels that supply dollars to foreign central banks, saved entire economies during the 2008 crash and again in 2020. If your central bank has access to Fed dollars, your country can stabilize faster. That kind of dependency keeps the system dollar-centered. On top of that, there's seigniorage power, the privilege of printing the world's reserve currency. The US borrows cheaply, spends freely, and still remains trusted. No other nation can do that. Now, some call this control a natural economic evolution. Others see something deeper, even deliberate. There's a growing belief in certain circles that powerful financial and intelligence alliances consciously maintain this system, using sanctions, global banking networks, and even digital surveillance to protect the dollar's dominance. It's not proven, but the alignment is hard to ignore. The truth is, replacing the dollar isn't about politics or speeches. It's about rebuilding the entire structure of global finance, law, liquidity, technology, and most importantly, trust. That's why de-dollarization sounds easy in theory, but in practice, it's like trying to rebuild the internet while it's still running. So, what do you think? Can any currency, the yuan, the euro, or even a future digital coin, ever dethrone the dollar in our lifetime? Or is the greenback's empire just too deeply rooted to fall? Tell me what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear your take.